Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have no idea what today's video is. I don't even know what I would describe it as. I just know that I have things to talk about with you guys, and I propped my camera up, and yeah. So let's just get started. The first thing I wanted to update you guys on is my laser hair removal journey. So I had my 6th session yesterday. I'm getting laser hair removal done on my underarms, my happy trail, and my Brazilian. So I picked those 3 areas to start with. I got a really great deal on Groupon. If you guys are looking to get laser hair removal, look at Groupon because they have great package deals to start. So I had my 6th session yesterday, which is the last of the ones that I purchased from Groupon. I can't. So I did my 6th session yesterday, and let me tell you, that is the best money I have ever spent. I'm pissed that I didn't start doing it earlier because I have spent years waxing, shaving, ingrown hairs, bumps, all of that. Like that, I have sensitive skin, I have a lot of hair. So for me, I would literally shave and then I would literally walk out of the door, and 3 hours later I would be prickly. Like it was never like very smooth for longer than like an hour or two. I felt like just anywhere, especially on my legs too, which is an area that I'm going to do next. But the amount of hair I don't have anymore in those areas is insane to me. I definitely feel like I started seeing results after maybe like the 2nd or 3rd session. I feel like after the 1st session it grew back pretty normal. It grew back a little bit slower, I would say, than usual, but it was pretty much normal. So you're like, oh, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? And then like midway through my 6th session package that I bought, I really started to like tell and see a difference. My hair's a lot thinner. There's some areas where there's literally no hair at all. My underarms are literally bald now. Like there's not any hair growing, and if there is hair growing, it's so light. It's so thin compared to what it used to be. I literally am the type of person where I have 5 o'clock shadow when I shave. Like it just was never fun for me because it was so time consuming. And then when I would shave over and over again, like in the summer when you're in a bikini and you have to make sure, you know, you don't have hair in your bikini line, I would be shaving like every day, and then my skin would be so irritated by it, like so irritated. And that's like the best part of the laser hair removal, not only not getting as much hair and being completely bald in some areas, but like literally not having to shave and go through the whole ingrown hair thing and bumps, and then it's like uncomfortable, and then it's prickly. It's just so annoying, honestly. And the laser hair removal is amazing because it does not hurt that bad. Like I honestly think that getting a Brazilian wax hurts more than getting laser hair removal. At Sev Laser, they have a really nice thing on their machine that is basically like AC, cool air blasting on your skin. So while they're penetrating it with the laser, which is obviously like hot, and you feel like it almost feels like a little rubber band snap, they're also doing like super cold AC at the same time, so you don't really feel it. There's certain areas where it's like, ooh, like you can tell there's more nerves, but honestly, like it's not unbearable at all. And I feel like getting a Brazilian wax is way worse than that. So as for the level, so there is at Sev Laser, it goes from level 14 to 22. I ended up getting to the highest level, I want to say like 3 sessions in. I started off pretty low, and then I was reading about how the higher the level, honestly, like of course the better results. So I just kind of pushed through it, and I feel like it's really, with the mixture of the AC like blasting on you, it's like a 2-second hurt, and then it just goes away and you literally don't feel it the rest of the day. Like there's no soreness, there's nothing that I feel like leaves residue, and nothing that literally hurts after you get it done, which is so nice. But since I'm done with my 6 sessions, I asked my laser technician, I said, where do I go from here? Like how often do I need to come and all that stuff? She said depending on the person and their hair, it just depends. Everybody is different. Some people get another 6 sessions, and then after they do those 6 sessions again, they only come like once or twice a year for upkeep. The only instance where they would maybe come more again is if you get pregnant, because your hair can change a lot when you get pregnant. So that's like another thing that if you want to wait, like if you're planning on having kids right at this moment, then maybe wait until after you have kids. but I feel like it's just worth it. Like, I don't care if I were to get pregnant in 1 year and I have to go back and redo it. Like, it's completely worth it for me. And I think that it's like literally the best money I ever spent. So I think for me, what I'm gonna do is my underarms and my happy trail literally like don't even have hair. You book your sessions between 4 and 8 weeks apart. So they want you to shave 24 hours before your appointment. And I noticed that in between my appointments, like I literally wouldn't have to shave. Like, I'd have to shave maybe once or twice. Like, if I was going somewhere and I wanted my armpits to be like super, super like, you know, clean, like not even little hairs here and there, I would shave. But like, I never have to shave anymore, which is so amazing. It's so great. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I might do another like maybe 3 to 4 rounds on my Brazilian, see where that leads me, and then just do my upkeep of 1 or 2 times a year. But literally the best money I ever spent. I'm so bummed I didn't do it earlier. And I feel like the only reason I didn't do it earlier is because I thought that it was super, super expensive. Which when you're looking at the package deals, you see, okay, like it's $400. Like, but to me, you can either spend $400 on getting your hair like literally permanently. Well, not permanently because you have to like keep going. But you know, long term, literally getting rid of your hair, or just getting waxed. I would get waxed once a month. And I would spend like almost 90 bucks with tip and everything on my Brazilian. And that would not include my underarms, and that would not include my happy trail. Those are 2 things that I always shave myself, or I would wax my underarms, which hurt so bad. I would wax my underarms myself sometimes, and that would just be so painful. But this to me is like, it, even though it may look like a big number, what it equates to over time, opposed to like paying to get waxed, there's really not that much of a price difference. And I'm so happy I started doing that. So if you're like thinking about getting laser hair removal, just start it. You will thank me later. And if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of hair, I feel like it will take like literally probably the 6 sessions, and then you might just have to go like every now and then. Like, I feel like for me, because I have a lot of hair, that's probably why it's a little bit more stubborn in certain areas. But if you don't have a lot of hair to begin with, I can't imagine how fast the laser hair removal process will be. So I wanted to update you guys on that. And then yesterday, I guess I had like a full self-care day yesterday before work. It just so happened that my appointments like all landed like at the same time, like on the same week at the same day. But I also got Botox yesterday. And I like to call it like baby Botox because I only get 13 units. Most people, if you get like a full forehead of Botox, it's around 20 units. I get 13, and I just get it like in my upper forehead and then in my 11 lines, and then I also do a Botox lip flip. I have not gotten, I just looked at my phone actually, I have like a Botox calendar so I can remember like exactly like when I've gotten it. I haven't gone in a little over 6 months. Before I was going like every 3 months, and I think that's why I wasn't liking it. So I took a break from it just to let my skin, oh, excuse me, I had tacos earlier and it's not looking good. But I wanted to give my forehead like full, like to get back to its full regular state with no Botox in it before I went again, because the last time I went, I feel like it did something weird to my eye. And I know it's not that uncommon to do that to some people, that it can make your eyebrow like point down a little bit and you can look like a little evil, or it can just do something a little too weird if you put like a little too much. So I wanted it to be like fully out of my body before I went and got it again. And I did the same amount that I was doing before. So I'm curious to see what it'll look like in 10 days. But I am really excited about the lip flip. That's something that I love. If you are not wanting to get lip filler and you kind of just want like a little change, and you feel like your top lip disappears when you smile, or you feel like you have a little bit of a gummy smile, or you feel like your lips kind of downturn a little bit, the lip flip will literally lift up your top lip in like the most natural way, because filler can only do so much. Filler is just going to like produce volume and make your lips bigger in that way. It's not going to change your lip and make it flip up or flip down or whatever. So lip flip is a great cheap alternative. It just doesn't last that long. That's the only thing. But in the grand scheme of things, I would way rather just have to go and get like my lip flipped up every now and then than just like keep getting filler and then just have them be too big and then have to get them dissolved and do all that, because I've done all that and I metabolize filler very quickly. I have a fast metabolism in general, so with filler, some people metabolize it in Botox too. Some people can metabolize it faster than others, just like depending on like your lifestyle, how active you are, your metabolism, all of that stuff. And I tend to metabolize it fast, which means I have to go more often, which means it's more expensive. So I feel like the Botox lip flip is a nice, cheaper alternative that looks a little bit more natural, and there's nothing weird about it after. Like, I feel like some people say they can't drink out of a straw. I can always drink out of a straw. I've never had that issue after Botox. Or they can't like pucker their lips, and I can still do kissy face. But it hasn't kicked in yet. It'll be like around 10 days. So I'll update you guys at the 10-day mark and see how I feel about it, because the last time I got it, I was kind of turned off to the fact of it. And then I saw, like, I have one forehead line that you guys wouldn't really be able to see. It's like all the way up here, like by my hairline, and I saw that come back and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not getting Botox to change my face and to do anything weird. I just want it for preventative reasons so that I don't have forehead wrinkles when I'm older. So I did that yesterday, and I got my laser hair removal, and that was great because I woke up kind of in a funky mood. What's new these days? I just, in this transition period of my life, I feel like some days I just wake up anxious because I'm like worried about the future and what's gonna happen and all of that stuff. And I think I'm someone who likes to be in their comfort zone. Change scares me in a way, but I know that's what needs to happen in my life. So I feel like I'm in that like phase right now where like, hey, something big needs to change. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm also kind of excited about it. So I feel like yesterday, like doing those things for myself just like cleared my brain out and made me feel a hell of a lot better. But over the weekend, I went to Barnes & Noble and I got 3 new books. So I want to show you guys them. So the first book that I already started, I am about 100 pages in. I got Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, and you guys, really good so far. All of her books have been good so far. So I have read It Ends With Us, Verity, and November 9th by Colleen Hoover. I would say It Ends With Us and Verity are like equally, I love them just as much. But November 9th I finished. It was good. It wasn't as good as the other ones. I feel like this one, the plot is a little bit better, but all of their plots, I feel like all of her plots are like the same but different. They're all just great. Just love, just how she details everything. If you are into like romance books, try Colleen Hoover. It's like a classic, like you can feel it. You feel like you're in the book and you feel like you've been in their position before. And I love how she, okay, sorry, camera stopped recording. But if you love romance books, if you love like a steamy, good romance, try Colleen Hoover. So far, I'm loving this one. The other 2 books I got were kind of random in terms of I wasn't planning on getting these. I really only went in to get that. But I love a good self-help book. I think those are the 2 main genres I really read. I don't actually read anything else besides romance or like self-help or self-improvement books. So I got Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I heard this is like an absolute classic. I've heard about it a ton before. And I think it was only, yeah, it was literally only 10 bucks. And I love books like this. I'm like, think and grow rich. Let's get rich. Let's get rich. But yeah, I am excited to read that and see if I learn anything new. I'm sure I will. And then I also got The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer. And I'm really excited about this one. I also heard really great things about this. On the back, it says, who are you really? What would it be like to be free from limitations and soar beyond your boundaries? The Untethered Soul begins by walking you through your relationship with your thoughts and emotions, helping you uncover the source and fluctuations of your inner energy. So I feel like learning anything that can help you as a person or someone else or anything in that way, like, is just so priceless. And I used to love to read. Like growing up, I was literally a bookworm. Like in middle school, I remember my summers, I literally would just blow through series. Like I remember vividly reading all of the Pretty Little Liars, all of the Click books, like all of those. Like I just blew through those whole series. And I feel like then I was like in high school and then I was in college and I didn't really read recreationally because I like had to do it in school. And then I feel like as an adult, as an adult, I feel like I've gotten back into it, and you just have to find like what you like and just give it time. Like, it's hard when you're not used, even me, like I used to be a reader and I get distracted easily now because I feel like with phones and everything and computers and the TV, like there's just like so much going on where our attention spans are so small. But if you can like get lost in the book, it's really the best way to get lost in something, because it just like transports your mind, turns your brain off, and then you're like reading and like learning new vocabulary, and that's like great. If you're not into like self-improvement or romance books, there's so many other genres. Like, you could read biographies if you're into that. You could read mysteries, you could read thriller, you can read all different types of stuff. And there's no better feeling than the smell of walking into a bookstore, smelling it, and just like it's quiet. You can like go sit on the bench and like read the first few pages, see if you like the book. But I love it because I feel like reading clears my mind, and it just transports me to a different place. And I feel like it like turns my thoughts off for a second, which I feel like we all need at certain times, and it makes your attention span longer than like when you're on your phone like switching through apps or whatever. Like, I can literally sit on TikTok for like literally 3 hours and like the time goes by and I'm like, what the heck have I been doing this whole time? At least with reading, like, you're accomplishing something cover to cover, and you're learning something new, you're learning new vocabulary, and you're just like transporting to somewhere else. But yeah, those were the books I got. Sorry if the lighting has changed a million times. Today was like the first chilly day, I feel like. You guys, it was a heat wave last week. It was literally like 105, 102, 99, like really gross. Really gross. Like, that's just not fun. I'm more like, I love summer, I love warm weather, but I'm like an 85 type of person. I don't need the triple digits. Like, it's not, I don't need it. But yeah, what else did I do this weekend? I really just hung out with the fam and watched football. I'm really glad football's back, but the Raiders lost on Sunday. It's a shame. It's really a shame when your team loses. It doesn't feel the same. But watched football this weekend. I went and got bagels with my brother on Sunday morning, and we went to Starbucks, and I got the brown sugar shaken espresso with vanilla sweet cream cold foam. That is the best drink ever. But next time I go, I want to get that exact drink, but I want to try the pumpkin cold foam on top. If you guys have tried the pumpkin cold foam, let me know what you think about it, because I think a long time ago I tried the pumpkin spice latte and it wasn't my jam, and I don't want to, like, sorry, I can't stop burping, and I don't want to go back and spend like another $5 on like a drink that if I don't like it, like, I'd rather stick with what I know and just add the pumpkin cold foam on top. So I think next time I go, I'm gonna get the brown sugar shaken espresso with pumpkin cold foam. But you guys, you know what else happened this weekend? Watched the movie Blue Valentine. If you guys have not seen the movie Blue Valentine, go watch it if you're in the mood to be sad. It's such a real raw romance story. It's with Ryan Gosling, love him. It's so real and like relatable, way more than like fairy tale love stories. I always watch fairy tale love stories where it's always like a happy ending. This movie is very real, it's very raw. I actually found it from TikTok, like those movie TikToks where people review things, and finally watched it, and it's a great movie. So if you guys are in the mood to watch a real raw like love story that's more realistic than like the fairy tale ones, go watch that one. That was it. I really just wanted to like update you guys. I have the worst cramps right now. I need to go take my doll, and I've been starving. Like, I have been starving. I feel like that's all I've been doing is eating. That's all I've been doing the last couple of days is eating, and I definitely want to go make some cupcakes. So I think I'm gonna go do that. And yeah, it's already 3 o'clock, so everyone's gonna be coming home pretty soon, hang out with the fam, and I will see you guys very soon.